Now we have William Elson, who is the Senior Vice President and Chief Counsel, Fritz Enterprises, will now introduce our speaker.
Got all this. Good morning, everybody. My name is Bill Elson. I work at Fritz Enterprises. I've been with the Fritz family for a long time. Long time. This is really a privilege for me to say a few comments about Debbie Dingell. I don't want to say introduction because I don't think anyone here doesn't know who Debbie Dingell is. She has been a public servant long before she was elected to Congress. I had to copy these down because she's chairperson of so many committees, but I'm going to go through them. She's the past chair of the Wayne State University Board of Governors. She's the past chair of the Manufacturing Initiative at American Automotive Policy Council, the past chair of the National Women's Health Resource Center, the past chair of the Children's Inn at the National Institute of Health. She's on numerous boards and is dedicated to women's issues and children's issues. I've had the pleasure of meeting with the Congresswoman a number of times. I have recently finished the Chernow book on George Washington, which I recommend everybody read. And what is really outstanding about the book is how the Constitution was ultimately negotiated. And when you read that book, you understand what it takes to look past your individual agenda and see an ultimate goal for what you're trying to accomplish with the group. And it's that kind of compromise, and that's what they really had to do in order to build our nation, is what I see in Congresswoman Dingell. Excuse me. She's a listener. She wants to understand the issues. She wants to forge, is probably a good word, forge a compromise so that the greater good on issues that are identified can be formulated. So brief comments, but everybody, this is Congressman Debbie Dingell.
Thank you, Bill. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. And Bill, thank you for that very kind introduction. I also want to congratulate David Goodwin of becoming there he is, the new chair of the chamber. Today's your first official meeting, correct? So congratulations on that. And Dave, you always do a wonderful job moderating the chamber, so it's great to be with everybody. And I can't, I want to tell you how important this is to me that we kick off the year, every year. It began as a John Dingell tradition, and I've kept it. I want to make this clear. I'm not trying to fill John Dingell's shoes because I could never do that. I know how big his shoes are. I buy them. But there's some traditions that I'm my own person, but it really does. Being with the Downrivers means a lot. You've been our family. It's been our home for a long time, and you've seen us through all of the ups and downs of life. So it's wonderful to be in the room with so many friends, and I see nothing but a room full of friends. All of the elected officials stood before. I see a number of the mayors who do such a great, Andy Winkle from Brownstown, Kyle Stack from Trenton, Rick Sellers from Taylor, I know is here, and Dan, he's right next to you. Okay, so my eyesight's not working. And Dan are great mayors and supervisors, and we're really lucky to have the leadership of all of the elected officials. Wyandott's fully represented in the room at the end table, and I see Tim. I just saw Tim. Okay, I'm going to get in trouble because I'm going through the room and seeing a lot of friends. But you know, you're always on when you're an elected official at the local level. Someone's mad about the train crossing or the trash or the snow removal, and people really care about the community. And Downrivers is a hidden gem because of the electeds that are in this room. So I want to thank you. I have tried for this first term to work with many of you in this room, and I hope that we can continue to partner on a lot of issues that are going to matter. interesting time in Washington. As you all know, we swore in the 45th President of the United States on Friday. I went. I believe that the orderly transfer of government is one of the most visible signs of democracy. And I had a responsibility to be there and to celebrate that. I also think this freedom of speech is one of the other pillars, and that this weekend was watching the women come together, but it was women and men come together too for freedom of speech. But I said I was on CNN this morning, and everybody was trying to turn it to anti-Trump or anti-this. You cannot put 1 million people into one box. And there were a lot of different feelings there over the weekend, and we're very blessed to have freedom of speech. And when people tried to, they did on CNN, talk about Donald Trump's first Twitter, and I said, but yes, you're not talking about his second Twitter, where he said, I can disagree with people, but freedom of speech is one of the fundamental pillars. I don't remember how he exactly said it, but he did say it, and that's what we need to celebrate in this country. I was sharing with Bill that I read this morning about China trying to tell people that democracy was not a good form of government, that it didn't bring stability. Well, it did bring stability, and we saw it Friday and Saturday in this country, and we need to be proud of it. And I've also said to people that I will work with Donald Trump on issues that we agree with. You know, one of the first things that I did when the new Congress came in was to have a press conference with Richard Trumka, who is the president of the AFL-CIO. And, you know, for the record, I was, for 2 years, said Donald Trump could be president of the United States. Nobody listened to me. But I recognized that he understood what a lot of people felt, which is that they were tired of trade deals that were shipping their jobs overseas. And he was